What's up YouTube? It's Greg here in Alaska. And yes, it is much colder here than it currently looks, and I just took a shower, so it's quite cold. But with that said, if you are a DTC e-commerce entrepreneur, I have some news that is the exact opposite of cold. It is some hot news. And that is the DTC world is probably going to blow up and be the next M&A gold rush. Stay tuned, let's talk about it. Hey everyone, thanks for waiting for my next YouTube video. I've been traveling. I was just in Vietnam and now here I am in Alaska visiting some family. I'm in my parents' backyard just hanging out, and I thought I would shoot some quick videos with a different scene. So I'm doing this video because there was an article that came out not too long ago talking about how one of the most famous brand aggregators out there, Thrasio, has reported that 20% of their sales are now coming from DTC, direct to consumer. So that means not from Amazon, not from Walmart, not from any marketplace, but from actual e-commerce stores such as Shopify, Magento, etc. And this is something I have always thought would eventually happen, and now we're finally seeing it, like the first beginner steps of it. And I think this is going to be a huge opportunity if you are a e-commerce entrepreneur yourself in the DTC market. You're driving sales through your own channels, not through Amazon. I think this is going to be huge for you, and this is why. So first, let's talk a bit about aggregators. So aggregators, what they do is they raise a bunch of money. They hire some of the best in class, whether it's M&A, marketing, really anything that they want, and they go and acquire brands. Now, usually that has always been Amazon FBA brands, except for the last few months. We've seen them start kind of exploring out into other business models, such as content sites, even SaaS. I've seen some people buying warehouses and 3PLs and stuff like that. So what we're seeing is that they're going to start expanding. And this was always kind of the case. In fact, the idea of calling them an FBA aggregator is something that some of them do not like, because they are brand aggregators. They're not committed. They're not like, I will only ever do Amazon. No, they're looking to build real brands, powerful brands. They want a model like Procter & Gamble, not like a typical FBA seller. So that means one day they will have to step off of Amazon. And now with the rise of the aggregators, with the rise of the season of the seller, where it's never been a better time than ever to sell an FBA business, a lot of these aggregators that have been around for a while are starting to say, where can we go to get more growth? Well, why don't I go and buy a DTC business instead of an FBA business? Because I already have the team, I have the logistics down, I have the marketing down, and it's kind of similar. Now, obviously DTC has its own challenges, but aggregators are well-funded beasts and they can definitely meet that challenge. And what's interesting here is a DTC brand is actually, at least in my opinion, far easier to succeed on Amazon than if you took an FBA product and went into the DTC world. And the reason why is because the skills are not exactly one-to-one. There's a lot more challenges in running a DTC store than there typically is running an FBA store. So with that said, aggregators are not just taking their products off of Amazon. Well, they're still on Amazon. They're using that as a channel. They're not just taking their products and turning it into an e-commerce store. Instead, they're actually buying DTC brands, and they'll most likely turn those products from that DTC store into an Amazon store as well. And this is something I mentioned. If you check out my Amazon FBA versus Shopify video, like which one is better, I flat out said, really neither. They're both good. The best way to look at these things is as a marketing channel, and that's really it. So Amazon, Walmart, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, Magento, all of these things are just places to distribute your products, and that's really it. That's all it is. And aggregators seem to agree, as Thrasio has now mentioned 20% of their sales are coming through DTC, and the fact that the massive growth that they're seeing, the highest growth area that they're seeing right now, is in DTC. So what does this mean for you if you are a DTC entrepreneur, if you are building your own e-commerce store? Well, in the last few months or in the last year, you might have felt like, well, man, I should have started an Amazon FBA business, right? Well, do not fear, the aggregators are coming to you. So I think, I don't know when exactly this will happen, but I think in the next few months to maybe within the next year, you're going to start seeing a lot more aggregators coming after the DTC businesses. And that means a great opportunity for you to sell, because these are some of the best buyers around. You can't beat these buyers in terms of the kind of deal structures they'll give you, the professionalism, like you're probably going to learn something from them. They're usually very open to mentoring you. Some of them allow you to keep equity, so you get to see the vast growth that they can do with your business. So this is fantastic. A $1 million to $2 million valuation Shopify store in the hands of an aggregator could easily become a 10, 12, maybe even $15 million brand. And you, depending on the aggregator you sell to, might even be able to be like join in on that ride, right? So this is very exciting times. It's still relatively new, but if you are a DTC entrepreneur and you want to know, well, what is my business even worth right now, then you can check out our valuation tool, link down below, and we'll help you out on that front. This is super, super cool. I do think this is going to be a massive gold rush for the right DTC entrepreneurs. If you're focusing on building a quality brand, quality products, and you have good traffic sources, then this could be a giant opportunity for you as aggregators start exploring this. And if Thrasio is doing it, I have a lot of good friends at Thrasio, and they tell me other aggregators just flat out copy them, which from my experience has been kind of true, then you can almost be assured that if Thrasio is seeing their highest growth in DTC, that other aggregators are going to follow. And what that means for you is you can tap into that competition. You can sell your DTC brand for a huge valuation, because aggregators in general are hyper competitive with each other, to the point where I have been in experiences where an aggregator has told me like, hey, if aggregator A makes an offer, let me know, because I will beat it. And in fact, that was part of their due diligence process. Did this one make an offer and I will beat it? They just did all my due diligence for me, basically, right? So it's a crazy world, a lot of money in the space right now. And if you want to tap into that, if you want to tap into the competition, first things first is get evaluations, totally free down below. And the second thing is just give us a talk. We'll do a free exit planning call with you and help steer you in the right direction, whether you use us or not. We've been working with the aggregators, pretty much all of them, since day one. They're really good network of people, but still, by tapping into a broker, that is going to be the easiest possible way for you to really tap into this competition and get a true life-changing exit. All right, this is just a short video. I've been thinking around with this idea of doing like this week in M&A. I'm not quite sure exactly how that format would look, but if you like me doing some of the news, the M&A news of what this might mean for you, and like boiling it down to what it means for us as solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, leave a comment down below. Of course, like, subscribe, go to your other accounts and all 500 of them if you're in SEO, like and subscribe as well, and leave a comment with if you want me to keep doing some M&A news. I'm more than happy to do it. So I'll talk to you in the next video.